Convert or Not is a website that allows you to see whether a particular personas would convert on your landing page. If this is your first time here, my name is Jay. This is the Everyday AI channel where we teach you how you can use AI in your daily lives. So I'm going to dive right into this here, and I've actually pasted in a link to a platform I'm working on at the moment called CodeMapper. And as you can see, we've got some runs here. Essentially just put in CodeMapper's URL, and then it gave me some 3 personas based on the text on the landing page that would be ideal for this. And as you can see now, I'm just waiting to see what it's going to give me. So I'll just check back on this once it's done. But already the different personas it gave me were quite useful, and they're things I can easily take into large language models to begin building out user experiences based on that. So I'll just come back once this is done.
Okay, great. So now all of the different potential personas have been mapped out in terms of their likelihood of converting on the site, and we're just going to go through that. The first one was a music production student, and as we can see here, we've got conversion likely, so score 72 out of 100. Intent is high, and the number of steps as well as an average level of confidence. Cool. So we can actually take a look at this session replay. I'm going to start this from the beginning, so we can see here the thoughts that they'll probably be having. So CodeMapper looks like it's built for producers, but I need to see what the workflow is before signing up. Okay, cool. This feels promising for a DAW first workflow, but I need to see whether it actually bridges what I want essentially. And we've got all of this going on here. I think at any point I can pause this so I can actually go and see what they were thinking here. Let me see what that sentence actually said. So whether it bridges into real production use or just sounds inspiring. The early access ask is fine, but I want a bit more proof before I start handing over my email. Okay, great. So perhaps I actually get rid of this pop-up. Cool. So I mean, not get rid of it. It actually wasn't a pop-up. I can see here they clicked the get early access button. I was going to say, because I wouldn't usually just add a pop-up there. Okay, cool. So they would initially reject it. Right, so the chord mood demo is cool, but it still doesn't show me how this helps with my Ableton workflow. Okay, interesting. And then if we go here, so this just cycles moods and chords. I still don't see how it fits into my Ableton projects. Okay, cool. Well, this isn't necessarily for DAW first workflows, but it certainly could be. We can of course sort of shape the product into that. So we've got this here. I still don't know if it works with MIDI or audio. Okay, so cool. So maybe that's something we need to clarify, which is really useful information. And we can just keep replaying this session replay. We've got the issue findings. So sign up asks for email and reason before showing product value. Okay, cool. So perhaps we actually just leave the early access button at the bottom of the landing page instead of having a fixed pill as it is here. So demo doesn't explain how to use MIDI or reference tracks. Okay, cool. Well, that's an interesting point. Perhaps we can incorporate MIDI into this. Form still demands commitment without answering workflow fit questions. No real proof of MIDI or audio capability. Okay, cool. We've got a list here of what happened, a critical moment, and the types of problems. This is quite exceptional, I have to say. So this was just one persona. We're going to go into the next one. A self-taught indie musician and songwriter would not have converted. Okay, great. That's useful information. Let's figure out why. So if we start this recording from the beginning again, so they scroll down to see more content. No theory required sounds good, but they want to see how it actually helps them write better progressions first. Okay, cool. Interesting. So they would just scroll down to see more content. And let's see. So this is catchy, but I still don't know what I'd actually use after clicking get early access. Okay, cool. So maybe we need to display the exact map here. Interesting stuff. And we've got the issue findings. We've even got decision tension as well. Amazing. Okay, very useful. And this is mapped to the specific areas of the session replay. Cool. And then we've got the what happened section here once again. Great. Now I'm going to look into the final persona, which is a jazz instructor at a community college. Also wouldn't have converted, which is great, useful information. Let's figure out why. We've got the screen recording once again. We can look at the issues that have been found and also what would have happened and the problem type. Okay, this is very useful information. yeah, I'm honestly quite impressed. I'm gonna go into this run real interview and see what we actually get here. Perhaps I'll be hit with a paywall, but let's take a look. So I can actually create an AI interview or analyze qualitative data, so add transcripts, surveys, VOC sources, refine, and then get some themes. So I have to say, out of the hundreds of tools I've researched,
I'm actually pleased to announce I've launched one of my first digital products, which is a 7-day prompting ebook. I've called it Perfecting Prompts, and it's essentially a 7-day crash course on how you can improve your prompting so that you can supercharge your productivity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link to Perfecting Prompts below. I put in a lot of work into it, and in there I actually include some frameworks that I teach to global corporations. Definitely check it out.
This is certainly one of the most exceptional ones. I will definitely be using it as part of my workflow for the different sort of startups that approach me asking for feedback, and yeah, definitely will be using it for the sort of personal projects and the stealth startups I'm working on at the moment. So definitely check this out if you think it would be useful for you. And of course, if you're building something and you would like me to take a look, feel free to drop a comment or send me an email and let me know. Or if there's an AI tool you'd like a demo of, you're also more than welcome to send that through. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a